Good morning, traders. God bless. Happy Tuesday. Hope all is well. Not seeing much moving this morning other than PLTR yesterday. Had earnings after the bell. Did manage to pick up a few dollars on that one. Just checking to see what it's doing this morning. I didn't see much of anything else moving. Maybe this will be the one. If you're new here, we'll be watching this momentum column and we'll be watching this volume spike column for anything that's moving. I'm probably going to go ahead and sort by the volume spike. This way I can find anything that's moving this morning. Looks like it's going to be a tough morning. So we might as well go that route. So we'll be watching for percentages to grow. Like to see them increase as they crawl up to the top of the list. If you're new here, stock picks come to us. We don't go to them. So anything that's moving this morning will pop up right here and I will click on it. We'll immediately check for if there's enough volume for us to get in and get out safely. Once we confirm the volume, I will mark support and resistance levels on the chart, and our entry will always be somewhere near support. Never let my words talk you into a trade or out of a trade. I'm going to call what I see, but you play what you see. That's how this works. Sometimes what I say you don't agree with, and sometimes what I hear I don't agree with, so there we go. Yes, I have had comments on that. You talked me out of my trade. Well, quit listening to me. It's a part of learning. So we got about 3 more minutes to go. Hopefully something will start moving. It's been pretty quiet since I've been up since 4:30. Haven't seen much movement at all. So enjoy your coffee as we wait for 6 o'clock to approach. And good morning to everybody typing in good morning. Looks like you're all cheerful this morning. That's a good sign. Keep the hopes high. Click the button wisely. Don't just guess. I'll take a look at Chia, but if it's not up here on the radar, I don't know why. Let's take a look at it. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Let's take a look at the bigger picture. It did spike up right here. So it's a possibility as well. I think I'm going to more focus over on Palantir. It held its price pretty much overnight, lost about 40 cents to this morning. So that's Palantir. I think we have more to come out of this one. Since earnings was released after hours, many people don't trade after hours, so they kind of missed it. And they're going to be expecting it this morning, I believe. I did pretty good on it. I hit it lightly, though. I was kind of afraid because I did buy in before the press release came in. I bought in down here when I saw this pullback, and I picked up $2 a share and got out real quick. Didn't worry about the rest of it after that point. It was a high risk play, so I didn't throw too much at it. All right, it's 6 o'clock. Let's see what's going on here. I'm not seeing any volume spikes yet. Watching Palantir. Make sure your chart's on EXT so you don't miss a trade. A lot of people don't trade pre-market either, so this could be a regular session trade. Well, it's not dropping. That's a good thing. I'm watching a spike up here. I got to catch it real quick. This is GRRR moving up. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for these numbers to start rising if you're new here. Once this green candle stops rising, I will mark a resistance level up here. Once this red candle pulls back and stops, I will mark support, and you plan your entry around here, around the support area for the bounce up. This one's not cooperating. We can try it though. Let's get this red candle to close. If you see a long tail on the bottom of this red candle, that means the buyers are coming in and they're buying it up. That's a sign that it may rise. It's also a sign that you may need to buy it, but don't rely on me. That's what happens right there. The buyers bought it up. So we could go up higher. Let's see where we're going. It may not give me a chance to do the pullback. That's the long tail I always refer to. If you can't see it, I'll zoom in a little more. Right there. So this is resistance. It did not break through. We still have a chance at it. Let's see if we can get this red candle to close. I'm watching down here as well. This is the dominator master. This is the volume in this one candle. This is how many buyers and sellers are in that candle. That it did close right there. This is where you would plan an entry for the bounce back up. It's showing weakness, though. I don't know if I would put my money in. And then it's only a few pennies. Not anything big there. Yeah, looks like that one is not going to go. It's definitely trying. Not seeing anything else moving. I'm actually watching over here more than I'm watching over there. I would like something much better in the price range. Something that pays out more than a few pennies. Take a look at Palantir. Get away from that one. Not a lot of buyers in Palantir yet this morning. It could be a market open play. I'll have to just keep an eye on it. Keep it in your personal watch list. You may be able to make $1 or $2 off of it. And check it periodically. NV, IV. This would be the pullback range right there. This is where you would plan an entry, but I'm not seeing the volume. We're kind of stuck frozen there. We're looking for high volume flow in this square right here that says current volume. It's not a certain number. It's just that the numbers are moving really good and the volume's not pausing. This is a cheaper stock, only paying a couple of pennies again. No pullback play on that one. GRRR, they gave up the ghost, it looks like. NVIV, not really interested in it. Yesterday, I did correct the links on this momentum indicator with the colors. I also added this HMA indicator to current setup at the bottom if you want to get it. Yeah, they may be spiking up, but there's no volume here. Make sure you check the volume before you post them in the chat. If there's no volume, there's no sense in posting them. We can't get a good play out of them. One spike is not enough for us to make money. We need a lot of participation in that stock. HSDT moving up. These are the kind of stocks that really make me think about should I get in or not. They have no previous, I don't believe any previous activity. Let's take a look. That's a 15-minute chart. Maybe I'd have to go back a few days. But I don't like these wide candle stocks. They kind of seem to be high risk to me. Good job, Dana. I'll take a look at it in a bit. Let's see if we get a pullback out of it, or if it just keeps going. Volume is quite low on it as well. That could be a pullback, but it's kind of just floating, consolidating right now. Not enough volume activity for me to make a judgment call up or down. Volume is pausing on this stock. So we'll put it in the long shot list, the guessing game list. So when there's not enough buyer participation, that's why you get this spike up and immediately right back down. They're just snatching the profits as it goes up and drag it back down. So do you buy the bottom, or does the next red candle come right after you buy it? That's the question, because the volume's too low to really know. So if I mark that support there, there's no guarantee we're going up or down at this point. Good job, David. So looking down here at Dominator Master, we have a big red bar, and we have another red one developing. And then the volume dies. See Palantir selling off. XCUR creeping up, 75-cent stock. Volume is paused. There's not enough flow here. Very few people trading this stock. And how do I know that? Because I buy 1,000 shares at a time. That would be only me in there. Other than the people that buy 100 or 200. I'm watching the current bar right here. This is where I'm watching volume, and I'm also watching volume right here. If this number's not rapidly moving, and there's not enough volume there for me to be interested, in other words, I can't get in and out safely, I'm not interested in the stock. This is a cheaper stock. There are people like me that buy 5,000 shares. Well, this would be only me trading this stock because it's only 3,000 shares. What am I going to do? Get in and sell it back to myself? Anybody check the delay this morning? How are we looking on my clock versus yours? Are we within a few seconds? Six seconds, 10 seconds. Let me see if I can get that a little closer. Let me disconnect a little bit and hook back up. All right, coming back up. It should be better now. Of course, you'll have to tell me. I can't test it on my side. Well, I guess it is what it is. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 9 seconds, 1 second. It seems like it's a little better now. We'll leave well enough alone. Don, you may need to refresh as well. I think that's the best I can do on the connection. That's why I don't like people trading off my screen. 10 seconds could cost you a lot of money. Just make sure you're set up on your computer and you're trading off of your platform. I think if you refresh your YouTube, many of you will get a better connection. You have one advantage though, when you hear me say, okay, I'm out, you have 10 seconds in there to hang on a little longer, and because I always get out and it always goes up. So you may pick up on that with a 10-second delay. You may get more than me out of it. HSDT again. Spread seems to be a little lower this time around until now. I don't understand how some can be ahead. Sometimes I'm ahead of people. I don't know. Just don't trade off of mine. Just take it as an education and trade off of yours. I hear that, Don. This list usually has 5 or 6 or 10. Look at it this morning, 2. James, I'll be watching PLTR myself. I done made $2 off of it yesterday after hours. Maybe get another 2 out of it. Looks like it wants to go up a little more. You could possibly grab a profit out of it. I just don't like that the volume's too low. My fear is the guy that's already holding 5 or 10,000 shares sells it. And then I'm trying to pay for his profit. Good job, Dana. Nice run up right there for HSDT. It was about 40, 50 cents. I'm kind of watching the activity right here. This is where I keep focus on. Not seeing taller green bars coming in. I'd like to see some divergence like this. Give me some kind of angle going up. This came off my personal watch list. I was watching Mara start spiking here. Let's see if we can get a lot of buyers into it. Right now, it's just small purchases. Might be something to look forward to. Not enough volume in that one either. But it is creeping up. That's the daily on Mara. Not liking these lower highs on PLTR. I don't think it's a play yet. It's like PLTR and Mara doing pretty much the same thing. AGFY. Let's see if we can get a pullback out of it. Let me clear my drawing set here. Going up nicely. That's the kind of volume flow I'm seeking. If you look right here, this is what you want to see. You want to see these numbers really moving good. Waiting for a pullback play. Doesn't look like we're going to get one. Looks like we're going to bring it up a little bit more. Buyers are keeping it up. Let's see what happens here. There's the resistance level. I'd like to see it pull back down to here. Did reach down there where I wanted it to go. Need this candle to close. Looks like they're going to sell it off. Let's see if the buyers can bring it back up. Watching the tail on the bottom of this red candle. We did close down here. I'm going to go ahead and mark support at that level. If it continues to go down, they're going to continue selling. Watching the volume, it's kind of dying off. I'm watching the current bar volume. Long tail on the bottom of that red candle. The buyers are stepping up. Let's see if they can bring it back up. I'm watching the dominator bars right here. I'm waiting for some green bars to come in. So we did not get a pullback at this level, so I'll remove that one line and mark it down here. This is where the entry would be, is down in this area, providing the buyers come back in. So we'll be waiting on a green bar here. I kind of think it's done, really. Good morning, Jim Smith. Nano, it does work in ticks. Sometimes not on some of the stocks that aren't moving very well. But in the regular session, yes, it works fine. And on IPOs, you kind of just have to wait for enough data to start building up before it starts working. PLTR, what are you doing? Creeping up? And PELTR is going to go up a little bit more from here. Not many to choose from this morning. The pickings are slim, not much there. Yeah, we looked at NVIV earlier. It's pulling back now. It only looked promising at the beginning. This POT, a little pricey, but moving up slowly. HNST gap up, no play there. AGFY is down. PLTR holding a zone. Getting real thin on the volume spikes. All right, while we're slow, I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I write my own indicators and scans. And I've been doing coding for about 15 years, so you won't find any of my indicators on ThinkorSwim. You have to join our Discord, and you'll get them over there for free. I'm reaching out to all the investors, giving everything away. I rely only on donations. So if I do you some good and you feel like donating, there's a $sign below the chat box down there. If you want to donate to help me keep the channel going, it's greatly appreciated. Or over on our Discord, I have a Patreon link if you want to do a monthly subscription. And none of this is mandatory. It's all voluntary. But it does help me keep this out there for free, keeps these live streams going, and it helps out. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I posted the link in the description. Comment, like the videos, let YouTube know I'm doing a good job over here. Let's keep the ratings up, keep YouTube promoting the channel like they're doing, and bring more investors on board. The higher we grow, the better our chances of more people playing the same stocks as they pop up. Gives us a little bit better chance of an increase of a higher price with all of us buying. Of course, it happens the other way too. When we're all selling, we'll also see the price fall. To get these indicators, you have to join our Discord. On our Discord, if you don't know about Discord, head over to Start Here. And that'll walk you through what you need to do on Discord in order to find things. Everything on the left is just channels. So make sure if you don't know how to install indicators, scripts, or labels, you visit our how-to videos on Discord, especially video number 8. That'll help you walk you through installing all of these indicators. Also visit our trading floor, where we have Gregster and River Place doing their due diligence on stocks, and they post the winners as they see them. Also on our options trader channel, we have Bobby. He's pretty good at options. You may want to reach out to him and say hello. He also holds a live stream every now and then if you want to get a little deeper into options. We also have Hennessy. Hennessy's good at teaching basics to advanced. Tune in to him. He also holds live streams occasionally. These are all announced on Discord. So make sure you join our Discord and you'll get these notifications. Never trade off of my screen. My screen can be sometimes delayed. And if it's delayed, it could cost you money. Always get set up on your own computer and trade from your system, not from mine. I appreciate everyone who joined us this morning as we wait on the next stock pick to come up. Enjoy your coffee. It gets boring sometimes, and sometimes it gets really exciting. You just have to sit and wait. And hopefully they'll come. Seeing a couple of refresh spikes here. SPOT moving a little bit more. We saw it earlier. Thank you, Mike, for your donation. Greatly appreciate you, brother, and God bless you. So there's 289 of you and only 134 likes. Let's keep the ratings up. Can you give me a like on this live stream? If you do, thank you very much. The LTR still creeping up. It's looking better now. At least we broke the high of this last run. But we are above this point. GRRR was on my screen earlier. AGFY may be making a move back up to the top. Volume seems to be quite low this morning. And it was really awful yesterday after 9:30 in the regular session. You are kind of donating if you didn't realize that. You are here and you hit the like button. That helps. That's donating to me. Now we just need a stock pick, right? I haven't really seen anything really explode out of the gate and keep going yet this morning. Good morning, Jimmy. Good job, Dusty. Looks like PLTR may be building positions here. A couple of investors coming in every now and then, buying on the dips, building it up for market open. Thank you, Clyde, and the same to you, brother. That's the 15-minute chart on PLTR. So we had a high of $20.10. We're still below that high in after hours trading yesterday. That's what I'm going to do, Dana. I don't want to build a position and have to get out of it before market open. Unless I can get enough volume in it to where I know I can be done with it before market open. Well, if they drive it up in pre-market, it will turn down at market open for the next run up. That's how I see it. Because just before the bell, if they're in profit, they're going to take it. They're not going to carry their profits over into the open. If they do, they're braver than I am. I'm seeing some spikes come up, but none of them are moving. So in pre-market, I think I've discussed this before, but you can adjust the sensitivity on your volume spike indicator. And if you just loaded it, you can right click on it and go to edit formula. Make sure you have this extended hours checked. It won't stay checked when I upload the indicator, so you'll have to check it. Right here on these two lines, I'm set at 0.0. That makes this indicator as sensitive as it can be. So we're going to get like 0.01 or 2. And in pre-market, you kind of need that because nothing's moving, and you want to catch them moving as fast as you can. So bringing this to 0.0 will pick them up as soon as they start moving. After the market opens, you'll have to find your number that you like. I like to leave it on 100.0 after the market opens, and then do the same thing. If I see a bunch of 1%ers that I'm not interested in, I may bring this up to 200, which would be 2%, to eliminate some of the ones that are just bouncing around and hopefully catch the ones where the volume is kicking in. So this is totally adjustable in the code. Just right click on the name, edit formula, make sure extended hours is checked. Play around with these numbers. Same thing on this momentum indicator. If you just loaded it, make sure you go to edit formula and make sure extended hours is checked. You don't need to do anything here. Just make sure the extended hours is checked. You are welcome. Shellstone, everything should be within a couple of seconds. Everything is live. The delay is going to be on the YouTube side of the server. And that delay can vary anywhere. We've seen it 2 or 3 minutes, and I've actually had to reboot to try to correct it. Today running pretty good, anywhere between 2 and 10 seconds for some. I've been waiting for something to pop up at this 7 o'clock hour. Nothing's showing its strength yet. No news, in other words, at 7. If news would come out, it'll be reflected right here in this percent column. You'll see it take off and start climbing to the top if someone puts out some good news. LTR looking pretty strong at this area. It's not selling off. I think they're buying the dips. Here's what they're doing. Looking really good on the Dominator Master. We don't have a bunch of cells popping up. The original Dominator, this is volume as well, if I didn't explain that. This is positive volume. In other words, the volume increased and the price is rising. That's what this line is. You're only watching the very end of these lines. These would be the sellers down here, but not really sellers. I don't have access to that data. So this would be the negative volume, the price falling, but the volume's not rising because the line is flat down here on the bottom. So the seller volume is down, the buying volume is up. So both of these are volume indicators. Down here you can get an overall picture. This is buyers came in, and you can see it's reflected in the price. The green line went above the red one, started gradually rising, working its way up to the top, and so did the price. Trading pennies, your screen probably looks the same, does it? I don't like a bunch of stuff all over. I don't want it to look like a spider web. I've seen some screens where I couldn't look behind the indicators to see the candle. And I'm guilty of that too in my younger days. Oh, well, this one's working or that one's working. WKSP, it is on a pullback right now. Cheaper stock, if it's going to bounce, I'm watching these bars, they're not looking good. Looks like it went up, sold off. Red is above green here. These cheaper stocks, they're just not holding up this morning. They're making bounces up, but then no continuation play on them. John, that's a good prediction, but I don't know. Imagine if they build it up high enough here in pre-market, they may take profits just before the bell. So we may pull back down, which would be good. I know a lot of people don't play pre-market or after hours, so they kind of miss this earnings. That's why I think we're going to see some action at market open, where those who do not play the after hours sessions will probably try to take their shot at it as well. Fun, cheaper stock making a move. This stock's been on the chart for about 3 weeks now, kind of playing around in the same range. Is DWAC still in the $30 range, or did it pull back finally? Oh, it's way up there now. I haven't looked at it for a while. I guess you can tell by me saying $30. Probably haven't looked in a couple of weeks. I hope that's a sign of times to come. DWAC being up. Good morning, Fred. HSDT getting a little attention here. We do know this is resistance right here at 1067. Watching the green bar growing here. Yeah, NVIDIA's been pretty strong this last week. Couple weeks, actually. Let's see where the SPY is sitting this morning. Go to the daily. Let's zoom out. So the SPY is still up there. Good morning, MDV. Was really hoping for a stronger performance this morning in pre-market. Guess we're not going to get it. You know, the NASDAQ or the SPY, they could all be up there high, but we're still lacking volume in the market. You look at the SPY, it took a long time to get up there. Just like it's taking a long time for these stocks to start getting volume. About 9:30 each morning, it kind of just goes flat. You'll find a few good stocks out there during the day, but very few. Nano, it's not available. Yeah, we've been waiting for it to break this resistance level. It hasn't done so. You could have played it down in here if you would have continually watched it. I have not done so. PLTR getting some buyer interest here. Let's see if they could drive it up. Kind of hope they push it up to $20.50, $21 and sell it off before the bell rings. And sell it off even more after the bell rings for the bounce up. That's what I would like to see happen. $7:19 a.m. We still have an hour and 15 minutes before market open. Not much activity this morning. Everything just crawling around, running into resistance, pulling back down. See you later, Dana. Have a blessed day. LLY. Well, it's probably not too expensive for the options traders. You look at a 15-minute chart, see where it is. It's quite high from yesterday's open. Let's look at a daily. Definitely continuing on an uptrend. I don't know. You just have to watch it and see how much more it has to it. I would definitely play a pullback and not chase a green candle on it. That's what I want to see happen. Bring it up there so it can sell off. Good job, Lunatic. This looks impressive when I'm zoomed in. You bring it back to a 15-minute chart. And it still looks like it's just in the same zone. And we had a high of 2010 in after hours trading. So we're still down a bit from that level. I want it to sell off at open. I want it to drop $1 or two. I want to play the bounce off the bottom. Yes, it was. And I was crazy for buying it. I bought that red candle when it was really volatile, jumping up and down. MDV, it shows the whole period, the whole trading session. This means it's taking the extended hours into consideration throughout the day. At the half hour, we have seen news come out at 7:30 Central Time before. So we're getting close to that period, about 3.5 minutes. Maybe something will be weird and come out then. Looks like they're taking some profits on PLTR, bringing it back down a little. These are the areas you want to build your account on or build your position on in PLTR. Good job, Barry. Edward, we're kind of floating around this morning. Some are up, some are down. PLTR seems to have the most movement this morning. Everybody is in anticipation of a market move at open. Of course, we don't know which direction, hopefully in our favor. Yeah, we looked at AGFY a couple of times already this morning. Just bouncing around in its zone, not doing too much. BERU, cheaper stock moving up. Let's see where it goes. I won't be playing it. Too cheap for me, saving my bucks for the better plays. Pretty volatile at the moment. Got to be careful of pump and dumps on these cheaper stocks. They like to do that. It has quite a bit of volume. I'm watching right here and I'm watching right here. You like chasing green candles and chasing pennies, this is your play. Lots of buying on this cheaper stock. I guess those that have been sitting on it for a while are pretty happy now. Maybe get a pullback play on it. Be watching for that wick to come in on the bottom of this red candle. Get a wick down here at the bottom. That means the buyers are buying up what they're selling and they're going to drive it up even higher. No guarantee on that statement. That's just my opinion. Now it's selling off. So all of those gains, 50% of them have left. That's why I don't trade the cheaper ones. Go back to PLTR, take a look at it. It's back up to where it was just about 8-10 minutes ago. I'll be marking out pre-market high and pre-market low on PLTR. That's going to give me a better advantage to determine the direction. Hopefully it doesn't land somewhere between the middle of those two lines of pre-market high and low and float around for a while. We can probably go ahead and mark pre-market low here because I always base it. I look down here, our market started here. So our pre-market low would be here. When it gets through running up, I will mark the pre-market high. And then when market open happens, if we break through the pre-market high, come back down and retest it, it may run up some more. If it's resisted underneath the pre-market high and starts pulling back, that's a signal that we may get an entry point on it when it gets through pulling back for the pullback. Or if it starts selling off and bounces off of 1934 and then goes up and retests it, it may run back up to pre-market high. So either break through or resist and drop, or bounce off of this one, retest and go up. If it breaks through pre-market low, it's going to be pretty scary. It may just sell off. Okay, this one's looking back 30 minutes. The next one I'm going to go to is the 50-minute scan. And it'll be looking back 50 minutes instead of 30. I will also put high flyers here. I already have all stocks down here. I like watching high flyers because that scan, all of the moving averages are stacked in the proper order. The 8 would be above the 21, the 21 above the 50, etc. They're all in the proper order. And the price would be above the 21 or above the 8. So high flyers is a good one to watch. TENX running up. From $9 to $15. It's already up 61%, 62. Looking pretty strong here. Volume seems to be dying off. Volume seems to have stopped. That means caution when it does that. Like there was nobody else there. Let's see what happens if we get a bounce right here between these two zones from 14 to 15. So your entry is around this support level. You have to mark these out. Don't wait on me to do it. You should know these already if you've been here for a while. You should be marking them out on your computer, not waiting on me and planning your entry. Not liking that we don't have a lot of volume pushing it back up. We did get the pullback play on it and broke through the 1488. Hopefully you were able to catch the top of that candle and get out. Still against these high spreads. It's like when something's moving, they put a trap there for us. Why can't they just leave it alone? Quit trying to rob the people. This is what I do all day long is I mark out these levels and play the pullbacks. That's probably what you should be doing as well. It's a pretty tough market. Try not to chase the green ones, but buy the bottom of the red ones, especially when we have strong volume. You don't know how to do that? Come here each morning and learn. Going up for a little more, and so is the spread. That's what I'm totally against. We wait for it to move, and they jack the spread up on us. Nice gains on this stock. Still going strong. Running on up. Nice jump up. That's over $1 right there, almost $2. It is $2 now. So if you did take that shot at it, you should be trying to take profit. Good job, Michael. Good job, Neil. Setting a new high. Don't think I would trust it up in this area. Good job, Neil. The pullback strategy, the most beautiful play ever created. And that's my opinion only. And I'm sure some of you will agree. Don't chase the green ones, chase the red ones. Chase the bottom of the red ones. Everyone should be out by now, I would say. Don't sit on them. We never sit on them. Thank you, Neil, for your donation. God bless you, brother. See you later, Chad. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you, Neil, for that comment. That's exactly why I started this channel. I wanted to show other people my way of trading, not necessarily what they were doing wrong, but about what I was doing right. Because it's worked for me forever. And it's really not about any indicator, it's about playing the candles and the volume. The reason I have all these indicators is to teach you how the candles move and how the volume increases and where you should enter and where you should exit. George, they're over on Discord. It's in the channel list. I think I called it merch. And you send a message request to the guy that's there on that page. YouTube, it's not me convincing you. You see the price action performing the way I'm explaining it. I may be bringing light to the subject, but it's the volume and the price action making the play. You just have to wait on the setup. If you don't wait on it, you could get burned. I did. I hit it lightly, though I didn't play it hard. I'm going to hit PLTR hard if I can. Try to grab 1,000 shares of it at open if it allows me to do that. PLTR, where are you sitting at? Right at 20. Still floating around, not selling off. Mark, that's how you do it. You just come here and learn. Once you get it, start trading it on paper. Once you get it, then slowly crawl into it with small share size. Once you learn, then you know what you need to do. Just start slow till you catch on. I think the hardest thing for people is accepting the fact that you're going to lose some money. Once you know and put that behind you, that it's going to happen no matter how good you are, and you learn to keep the losses short. Like, okay, it was supposed to work out and it didn't, so I'm out. You don't hang on for a recovery. You're scalping. It should go your way within seconds. If you get into a stock and you're waiting for a minute or two for it to work, you're wrong. Got to cut the losses immediately. And I know some of you are saying, well, I'm on the PDT rule. I only have 3 trades. I'm going to hang on and see if I can't make something here. I don't want to wait. That's the wrong attitude. You can't do that. Thank you, Leonard. Glad I could help you out. I don't think there's anybody out there streaming that's going to actually walk you through a trade. They all want to show you a video that they had to find the correct stock that made their system look like it worked, but they won't come here live and do it like I'm doing it. And I'm not saying I have the best system. I'm just showing you what's working. In A1, there's a photo in TOS scans on Discord of my settings. I leave it there so that you can go look. TOS scan, scroll down till you see the image. If any of you haven't joined our Discord, there's probably 3,700 traders over there that have caught on to this. They don't use all of my indicators, but they use some of them. They apply them to their strategy. A lot of them are good traders. They already had a strategy, but they apply some of these indicators to help them make a better decision. So join our Discord, meet some people, meet other traders, ask them questions. We're all here to help. All right, it's 8:03. You know what I do at this time of day. I'm taking a 10-minute break. I shall return, make some money while I'm gone. Okay, I am back. Mark, thank you for your compliment. And John. TNX really flying here. Just be ready for the sell-off before the bell. TNX up over 150%. And I hope you're not planning on entering at this level. That would be a nightmare. And this close to the bell, you know there's going to be some profit takers here. Thank you, Sky. I really enjoy doing this with everyone, too. It's really rewarding for me to be able to lift people up, put a little money in their pocket, help them survive. Good morning, Nora. PLTR pulling back yet? Not yet. Everybody looks like they're expecting a strong open. Trading pennies, great education, or common knowledge? I kind of battle between those two things. I think it's just common knowledge. Maybe a great education if you didn't know. And maybe it's just common sense to me. I don't know. But I'm kind of torn between the two. It's not like I created anything new. Of course, I created the indicators, yes. But the pullback strategy's been around forever. It's just that some people were playing it wrong. And when you finally see the light, you get that aha feeling. That's what I was doing wrong. And then sometimes the aha goes away because you played it perfect and you lost. But that's trading. To me, this breakthrough right here is the miracle in my life. Without this, and not having prior knowledge of a stock fixing to take off, I missed a lot of these plays. So this indicator right here was the major breakthrough for me. And out of this indicator was born everything else. Guidance from the man upstairs. I don't even give myself credit for it. This took a lot of prayer to get through right here. And then to convert that same data into different formats so it could be better understood. Volume spike. I just changed the name MDV so that I could keep the column skinny up here. You can change the names of yours too. You just right click on it, edit formula, and you can name it what you want right here. Space saver for me. I got to keep the columns narrow so I can display what I want to display. Thank you, Grace Fire. Glad I could help you. So it's looking like we're going to have two plays. This one's probably going to be another good one. I'm going to add it to my personal watch list. And don't just play them at open. Watch them all day long. If there are lots of activity in those two stocks, the TENX and PLTR, play the pullbacks as long as they're pulling back. You can get 2 or 3 plays out of each one. Don't be hopping all over the market. Play the movers of this morning. I uploaded another version of it. If you want to change it out, just any of the links will get rid of the bullish bearish words. Doesn't really need to say bullish or bearish. You can tell that by the color. So just go load the new one. Now it's your time to fill your water glass, your coffee cup, reload your breakfast plate, your dinner plate, your lunch plate, wherever you are. We're in the slow part, just watching to see which ones are going to pull back. Or maybe which ones are going to rise up before the bell. I'm liking PLTR and TENX to watch it open. In about 5 minutes, I'll change over to the 50-minute scan and the high flyers below that. I'll leave all stocks over there on the right. I'm running multiple monitors, so on one monitor I have TENX, on the other one I have PLTR. That way I can quickly make a play on either one. You are welcome, Raphael. Got about 6 minutes to go yet. Almost 7. I buy the ask and it's a limit order. It's not a market order. And I sell the bid, which is also limit order. You want to get in and get out as fast as you can, and you can do that with limit orders. If you watch my pre-market setup video on Discord, I tell you what to put up there on your active trader. You also need the auto send feature selected if you're going to scalp, so you're not trying to make 3 or 4 clicks to get into a trade. So make sure you watch the pre-market setup. And that's all I use all day long is instant in and instant out. Don't have time to play around with, okay, that order looks okay, and then submit it again. You want to click for the entry and click for the exit. In and out. You got to watch the spreads always. So on my spreads, you can see right here, it's green. If I see red right here, I have a limit set on this indicator, and you can set it as well. Let me show you where it's at. So right here, it says spread limit. And I have it set to 9 cents. If it exceeds that 9 cents, it's going to turn red, and that tells me that costs too much for you to get in. Don't click the button. Andy, it all depends on what I expect out of the stock. If it's a 25-cent spread and I'm expecting a $2 move, yes, I'll probably pay it. That's a move that comes with experience of what you're expecting. But you have to be careful because you're going to pay that spread in and out in most cases. So 25 cents could be 50 cents if you get caught on a high spread trying to get out as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and change over to the 50-minute scan here. And high flyers here. And we already have the all stock scan here. I'm going to sort by volume spike like I had before. But I'm going to be watching PLTR and TENX. If you are interested in something else, you will not see it on my screens. So you may want to set it up on your own computer and watch what you want to watch. If I go silent, that means I'm concentrating and I'm in a trade. And I'm seeing PLTR spiking up here before the bell. That does not mean get in to me. I would rather, if it spikes up after the bell, I'm going to wait on a pullback. If I don't get it, I'll be looking at the other stock for a play. Nano, not many things work for the tick chart. They're not orders. I mean, they're not volume, they're orders. You got to keep that in mind. Most of my indicators are volume based. So a tick chart is not volume based. All right, about a minute to go. Good luck to everyone. Don't chase the green candles. You could get stung. If you do, make sure you get out if you're in profit, because you could see a pullback immediately after the run up. I don't care if it runs up as long as I get a pullback. It can go either direction. That's our high right there. So we're bouncing below the high. That's a good sign, and good luck to you. The LTR running up. So we broke through the pre-market high on PLTR. This candle needs to close up there, so we haven't actually confirmed it yet. Profit takers. TENX pulling back. PLTR pulling back. Let's see where we go with PLTR. See if we turn around here. I'm going to say that's probably the pullback level right there. Still selling on both stocks. TENX going to probably make a bounce up here. PLTR still hanging around the bottom, so is TENX. Not looking good for either one. TENX halted down. PLTR still pulling back. think PLTR may come up from here. Nice bounce off the bottom. Like the sellers are disappearing on PLTR. We needed to break that 2032. We're up there testing that 2032 now, breaking through hopefully. See if we can run the shorters and the sellers out of here. It's like TENX resumed. Hopefully it'll go up from here. LTR looking good. Nice run up on PLTR. Going to take that profit right there on PLTR. Nice gains for me on that one. Go to TENX since I'm out of PLTR. It kind of sold off at open. PLTR still hitting the high. Yeah, not getting a play on TENX. Keeps halting down. That's never a good sign. The LTR still looking good. Good job on the profits on PLTR. That was a beautiful play. I did well on it. Still watching TENX. I think we may get a bounce up after this selling. Let's see. Matthew, there's always that shoulda, woulda, coulda. Just be happy you got yours in the middle. Can't predict the future. See if we can get this one to pull up. Not seeing the buyers coming in. Watching the green bars on Dominator Master. Do we bounce or do we not? Need to see a momentum shift here. Looks like the volume is dying off. Was a lot of profit takers on this stock at open. Slowly creeping up. Well, I'm up about $1. I guess I'm going to take it here. Too slow for me. I got in at 15, got out at 17. Not too bad of a morning, huh? I got 2 plays at open. Had to wait on a big sell-off on this one. Not seeing much up here. The SPY is now pulling back. It made a rise, a small rise at open, but then lost it. I'm not thinking this stock's going to go much more than what it is. It's lost most of its volume. Not seeing much anything else moving now. Good job, MDV. I don't know that I would hang on to TENX any longer. I don't think there's any buyer interest there. The volume's quite low. That last bar, 20,000. Mara running down. PLTR, still nice gains on it. HSDT. Yeah, maybe. Might turn around. I'm seeing lots of red on the board, so be careful if you plan on buying anything going up. They seem to all be coming down. The SPY is dropping pretty hard. So we know this stock had good news. What happened to it? That's why I don't rely on news. Price action and volume counts. So only pre-marketers like the news. The regular session didn't like the news. I'm just hopping around looking for something. Let's go check out the gap down it opened. There ought to be plenty of them. GRRR coming up off the bottom. NYCB sold off hard. Chia sold off hard. See plug down here. Plug sold off. You're welcome, Nano. Well, it's not a good thing, but we have seen some stocks defy the SPY. The SPY go down and the stocks go up. You just have to play the stocks that are active. I'm thinking CVNA is going to creep up here. You're welcome, Will. Not a whole lot of volume in CVNA. QGEN. Like the volume is starting to die. Maybe slow crawlers throughout the day. That's the kind of market I don't trade. I don't sit here and wait for them. American Airlines is up this morning. I'm just running through my list to see if anything looks promising. Can't find anything with volume that's worth getting into. Good job, Mojave Trader, keeping an eye out on that stock. Yeah, Mara's trading in the upper range according to this pre-market. TCOM slowly crawling. HSDT never did much of nothing, sold off. TENX still hanging down there around the $15 range. Volume is almost non-existent. 5,000 shares traded on the last candle. That's never a good sign. PLTR still holding strong. Currently at 21.45. Over 144 million shares traded on PLTR. Thank you for joining us, Neil. Yeah, I saw he passed away. That was a shocker. But you have a blessed day. Thank you for joining us this morning. The SPY is falling pretty hard, so don't expect too much to happen. That's why you're seeing all this red up here and all these down indicators. It's going to be hard to find anything moving up further than what it's already moved. See you later, James. See you tomorrow morning. God bless you. Amen to that, Neil. Save is on a tear. That's a long, hard crawl there for 50 cents. That's a lot of holding on. The alert is not available. I'm still testing it. And it will be a while. Thank you for joining us, Mark. Have a blessed day, brother. Well. It's looking like this morning's probably over. Yeah, I'm watching both of them. When I said it's a long hold to gain 50 cents. It's a long way to hold on to something that many minutes. 30 minutes. It's worth it for some, not for me. I'm too impatient for that. You are welcome, Kenny. You have a blessed day as well. I probably wouldn't have played save. I mean, if you wanted to hold on to something this long, then yes, that would be your play. This is not my kind of play. And now that it's extended, you don't know how far it's going to be extended. It could be overextended, actually. I haven't looked at KPTI. I'll take a look at it. Looks like save a slow crawler, but that's still money. I'm watching the SPY pull back again. It may be holding everything back. I'm pretty sure it is, especially PLTR. It may not can get much unless the SPY turns around. It was definitely a good play this morning. We actually had a good pre-market. Not bad, not perfect, but not bad. But we're getting there. We're getting some profit. I'm thankful for that. All right, traders, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you haven't joined my YouTube channel, please do so. Watch the videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know what kind of a job I'm doing here. Let's keep the ratings up, keep the traders coming. Let's show them a thing or two. That's the link to my YouTube channel. I'll post a link to the Discord. Make sure you join us. There's about 3,600 investors over there. We'd love to have you on board. I don't know what's going on with this file I'm looking at. Well, I guess I have to deal with it later. There's a link to our Discord. Make sure you join our Discord and join the other investors. Talk to them, learn from them, learn from these live sessions, attend these live sessions every morning, 5 days a week. They're not all perfect, but we are pulling profits out of the market. I'd like to help you out if you're new here. Keep participating, keep learning, paper trade. If you decide to go into real cash trading, do it small. Trade with small share size till you're profitable. And slowly up it, build your confidence. Don't just throw a bunch of money at it. It doesn't work that way. And as always, thank you for joining me and have a blessed day. Be safe in your investing. Bye-bye.